Awesome. Hello, hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello, sweet. And we're back with another AIE live stream. Um, Today I'm doing all the back end magic stuff. And as chat may know, my name is Isaac. I'm the Canberra and Online Events Officer. And today I'm joined here with Alyssa, who's our Events Officer for Adelaide, and then Jake and Jada, two of our
Hello.
Adelaide filmmaking students. Sweet. Awesome. So I might hand it off to Alyssa then, who will be hosting this event. But awesome. Take it away, Alyssa.
All right. Thanks, Isaac. And welcome, Jada and Jake. Thanks so much for joining. I guess a little bit of a quick intro to anyone that might be joining live with us. If you do have any questions along the way, please just type them in the chat and we'll hopefully be able to answer them. Well, and by we, I mean Jada and Jake will be able to answer them. So I guess, can I get started with, can you both tell me a little bit about yourselves?
Yes, I'm in first year of film and BP at AIE, so that's been really fun. Yes, just as a person, that's something I'm really interested in, and I am also a musician, so yeah, that's me.
Cool. What do you play?
Guitar, drums, and sometimes keyboard.
Oh, wow. Okay. Talented. Yeah, nice. And you, Jake?
Hi, yeah, so my name is Jake. I'm also a first year film student at AIE here in Adelaide. There's so much I could tell you about myself, but I suppose in the context of filmmaking and studies in the school, I have a background in performing as a dancer, which essentially led me to being able to work in film and television, and from there my interest in the industry grew and really wanted to be a part of it. Hence my reason coming to AIE, so I could study screen and media production.
Yeah, nice. And this question is more so one that I like to chuck in when I talk to filmmakers, and more so for my personal benefit because I just like to know which movies to watch. Can you please both tell me your favorite movie?
Well, mine is. Oh, sorry. Oh, it's been a long time since I've watched this, but I still think I would consider it my favorite. It's artificial intelligence.
Oh, yeah.
With, yeah, or AI, I guess you
Yep.
can call it.
I actually think I've
Really
seen
love
that
that
one.
film.
Yeah, nice.
Oh,
And
really?
Jake?
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, favorite film? Don't judge me, but it's actually Moulin Rouge. And also The Little Mermaid. But
Yes.
one of the best films that I've seen recently has actually been The Menu. So if you haven't seen The Menu, I highly recommend going out and seeing that. It's just been released in cinemas. Absolutely fantastic film that I believe everybody should get behind.
Nice. All right. Thanks, guys. I guess back to more filmmaking side of things. How did you hear about AIE or the MAPS film course when you were looking at getting into filmmaking?
I actually went to Hamilton for my high school, so I just knew about it inherently because it was based there back in the day. And yeah, it was always something I wanted to join, and yeah, now I'm here. Really.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. And Jake?
When I decided that I wanted to study film, I began my research into what was available here in Adelaide. I was originally looking at university courses, and then I actually have a very good connection with a man that happens to be dating my mother,
Okay.
who works in the industry as an accountant, and so he sort of suggested the film school Max,
Yeah.
as he had met a lot of film creatives that had come through their training. And of course, by the time I was looking at actually coming and studying at the school, it has moved under the umbrella of AIE. I also knew a few people that had studied through the course as well that had been quite successful. A couple of different friends of mine. So yeah, that's how I heard about it, through word of mouth and recommendations, and then a little bit of my own research as well.
Yeah, no, it's certainly, I guess, nice to hear because MAPS does have such a good name around not only like the filmmaking industry, but also as educators as well. Even through, like you said, through their previous place that they were under as well. So yeah, I guess could you tell us a little bit about your experience this year? I guess what was it like being at MAPS, and was it what you expected? What were your projects, your teachers, everything that you could tell me about it? I guess Jada, do you want to go first?
Sure. God, yeah, it's been a really crazy year. Like, I could not say it was calm in any way, but I really enjoyed it. Like, it was just a, I don't know, an experience of a lifetime. Like, so much happens. You have to do so much, but it's so worth it. And yeah, I just made heaps of films and met heaps of really cool people. Yeah, it's just been a really, really hectic but fun year, I
Yeah,
would say.
nice. To be honest, I've spoken to quite a few filmmakers around campus, and most of them have said something similar along those lines, like amazing, but crazy busy.
Mm, mm,
Jake, would you
mm.
agree?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's been wild. I don't think you could talk to anybody from our cohort that hasn't had an extremely busy year, but it definitely has been enjoyable. The opportunity that was presented to us, the amounts of projects that we got to work on, the things that we got to do and sort of experience. I don't think anything could have prepared me for the course. I don't exactly know what my expectations were when stepping into it. I had really no idea what to expect. But yeah, I've loved it. It's been great.
Yeah, awesome. I guess getting into more of your films that you've done this year, because we really want to showcase some of the films that you guys have actually worked on this year. And I think before we get into showing both of your films, I guess could one of you give us a quick explanation of a virtual production set? Because I know both of your films were shot on this. So anyone that might be looking at filmmaking, could you just give us a brief overview on what I guess a VP wall is, and yeah, how it helps you guys, I guess.
Um,
Don't all jump at once.
oh. I don't know, virtual production, like, I don't, this might butcher it, but I kind of see it as like an interactive, in the moment, live green screen. But way better, like, so much better. Because you can see exactly what's in the background, and like the actors can interact with that much better than what pretending that something is there would do. Yeah, that's my explanation of it.
Yeah, for sure. It gives a benefit, I guess, to everyone, and especially you being able to see real time footage as well. Surely that's a huge benefit for looking down the
Mm.
camera as well. All right, cool. So we have two of your films. So we've got Jake, your Operation Winter, and Jada,
All the
Shoes.
names changed.
Oh, have they?
Oh
Okay.
yeah, same for mine.
Okay.
Classic.
So
It'll change
we
right up until the last minute.
okay. Well, look, we'll get you to talk about them afterwards, and then you can explain the name, shall we? So I guess Isaac, if you could get playing both of those, and then we'll have a chat about them after. Oh, we're on screen. But I guess first of all, awesome job, guys. They're both awesome. I guess Jada, first of all, need to know were those all your shoes? Or
No. So, I think it was split between the director's shoes and the art department's shoes.
Yep.
It was shared between them two, and God, they've got such good taste. But yeah, it was a lot of shoes. I think I think there's a couple that didn't make the cut potentially. So there was more shoes. There was just so many shoes.
yeah.
But yeah, they
No.
art department did a brilliant job with it.
Yeah, no, it
Setting
turned
them
out
up.
awesome. I guess could you tell us a bit about the idea behind this?
So I think to put it simply, like I see it as like the life cycle of a person's life through their shoes. So just kind of from being a kid to growing up and just how your shoes follow you along that journey, which is what it is called now. Um, and yeah, it's a really simple concept, but I really, really like it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, such a cool idea. And Jake, can you tell us a bit about your project?
Yeah, absolutely. So I worked as the producer on Operation Insurance. You just saw it was directed by another student here named Sam Burton. Essentially, it always started off to sort of, I guess, be a commercial like um, video or commercial like movie. Whereas, we see these two astronauts trying to sneak a package into their base, and it turns out the base is just their lunch. All of the creativity and idea and story was born from Sam's ideas, and I essentially helped develop that and put it all together.
Yeah, awesome. And were both of these shot on the virtual production sets?
Mm.
Yes, they were.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
And were both of them shot in Canberra as well?
Yes, yeah. So
Yeah,
these
okay.
projects saw our entire team of about 10 people traveling to Canberra from Adelaide, so we could use the purpose-built virtual production studio that was made for us. And one of the most wonderful opportunities that we can given this year was to actually partake on something on this kind of large scale. Um, I don't know when or where or if I'll have another opportunity like this again, depending on where my career takes me. So it's absolutely wonderful to be able to do whilst studying.
Yeah, for sure. And I guess for those maybe playing along at home that don't understand as much, we basically merged our 4 virtual production sets into from all different campuses into one giant one. And then all the filmmakers from all the different campuses got to go over and I guess have a play around with it. So yeah, pretty cool experience.
Sweet. Hello, I'm back. Sorry, I'm not just a ghost. I've got 2 questions actually. One of them a personal question, and then another one from chat. The personal question is that statistic at the start of your film, Jada, true? Where it's like people own 469 pairs of shoes?
I am not too sure, to be honest. I would have to ask the director,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
that was something that she put in. But
yeah.
I'm pretty sure she would have drawn it from an actual source, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm
Yeah.
thinking, and that's so many shoes. An
Yeah.
absurd amount of shoes. I think so far in my life, I've had like, oh gosh, like not even 20. It's like 469. That's crazy. Anyway,
I feel
anyway, that was
targeted right now, Isaac. I feel really targeted.
no,
Me
no, no.
too.
And then the non-personal question actually comes from a chatter. His name's Tim, and their question is, what was the hardest aspect of shooting these films? So we'll start with Jake, actually.
A lot of things. So working in a virtual production studio, you have to actually be very aware of how you light the scene. You can't light directly onto the screen because it may distort it or provide reflections that then don't look so best on camera. And because the screen itself is a light source, you have to take that into consideration. So that's something that was like a bit of a difficult aspect. It just takes a lot of trial and error. Working with reflective surfaces as well. So the car that the two women start off in the beginning was super shiny, super reflective, and because where we were in a studio, you could see not only the equipment in the reflection of the car, but also the roof and everything as well. So we had to use a whole lot of different sort of like petitions and blocking devices to kind of cut out anything that we didn't want to be seen or anything that we wouldn't want the camera to pick up. And then also just try to make the backgrounds look as realistic as possible. This technology is as impressive as it is, it's in its real sort of early stages. And it's taken from sort of like how games are developed. So whilst the environments are quite, sort of like good, I guess, to look at, and would be exceptional to say like, I'm not a gamer, so please forgive me if I say something wrong, but might be like okay or suitable for a game, they then don't translate so well to real life. So trying to, I guess, bring things out of the background, using props and things in the foreground to create blending, distorting the background ever so slightly so it looks more realistic, also provides its challenges as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. Sounds like it's a lot of like, gosh, I wouldn't have even considered almost any of that, and how much of a big difference it all makes when it all comes together is crazy. How
Yeah,
about for you,
it's yeah.
Jada?
Yeah, I most certainly agree with the lighting and making the background blend in. But luckily for Journey, that wasn't too big of an issue, the background, because the focus was on the shoes. We didn't need people to believe that the background was like a real space necessarily. But I definitely would say another big thing is just time management, like especially on in the Canberra set, working with a Techno Dolly crew. There's a lot more things you need to take into consideration in terms of time management. Like if you want to change a shot, it's not going to be as simple as just moving the camera and then taking the shot. Like there's certain amount of time that it takes to reset up the Techno Dolly and recalibrate it, and like there's just, and like especially like stuff like changing a lens is like a 1 to 2 hour process with the Techno Dolly. Like it's huge. So you really have to kind of take all of that into consideration beforehand. But it makes it so much more worth it because the Techno Dolly just makes everything look so smooth and nice, and professional. So yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Those great answers from both of you. I might stop hijacking the stream now and I'll throw it back to Alyssa, but thanks for that, guys.
All good.
I guess now we've gone through maybe some aspects that are a little bit harder. What were the best aspects of working on them?
Ooh.
Working with the Techno Dolly was very cool.
Yeah.
Very, 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 very cool. It was amazing to use a piece of equipment of this kind of caliber. The shots that it can create and the tracking that it can create is just it's absolute sublime. And if you look at a film like Journey, it can show you just how effective it can make camera movement. So yeah, that was definitely a big highlight for me. I also loved working with such a large team. This was these were our final projects for the year, and up until this moment in time, we were only really working with crews that may have been about 5 or 6 people big at the most. And this allowed us to work with a team of, oh gosh, 15, if not more people, when we combined the students travelling from Adelaide as well as the students from Canberra that were assisting us with the techno dolly. So just to sort of finally end out the year on what felt like a very large-scale professional film set where everybody had a set role that was contributing to the film was very, very cool to sort of see play out, and to see how that all would run and how everybody comes together and brings a certain niche to create the overall film.
Yeah, for sure. And Jada, anything to add to that?
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much agree with Jake fully. Like, the Canberra shoots were so good because they just felt so professional, and everyone stuck to their role, and it just felt like the real thing, I guess. Or like the closest we've ever gotten to that. Yeah, I really enjoyed working in that space. Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. It sounds amazing, and obviously what it produced looks amazing as well. So, good all around. I guess we're getting close to our time, but couple more questions before we wrap up. Any advice that you'd give to someone looking to get into filmmaking? Jada, did you want to maybe want to take it away?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I guess like really important. You just need to be really enthusiastic and just passionate about the industry. But I guess not only that, you need to just be really ready to just work hard, and for potentially nothing in return for like a little bit. It is like that, but like there's amazing people in the industry, and so if you make the right connections, it'll feel really worth it, even if it's for like a dollar and a dime for like a little bit. But yeah, if you're passionate, like it'll feel really, really fun, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. And Jake?
Um, so many things. I think, yeah, I think one thing is just trying to learn as much as you can about the film industry, because there's so much that goes into it, and I've learned so much this year about all the different roles that contribute to the making of a film, and things that you would probably never even think of that exist, that play a part in the role of getting something created. If you're interested in filmmaking, you just have to do it. And whatever that means and whatever kind of capacity, even if that's you just making small things on your phone, or studying full time, or, you don't need a really expensive camera or expensive gear um, to make something and to be creative. Creativity comes from within you. And the other elements just sort of like go on top, and that can help. But yeah, so my advice would be just learn as much as you can, because then that will help you sort of understand other areas as well, even if you're not interested in working in them. It'll help you have a better understanding, and also maybe some sympathy and empathy for other people as well, in consideration. Uh, you know, makes you a better sort of team player.
Yeah, for sure. And I think what you said about, I guess, maybe just playing around on your phone or whatever as well is also a really important topic to bring up, because lots of people get, I guess, a little bit hung up on like doing the portfolio interview to come into maps. But really, they just want to see passion. Like, that's all they're after. If you follow someone around for a day with your iPhone and merge it together. Like they just really want to see that you're interested in it rather than you having an amazing camera or something like that. And
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. Like I was, if I can get in based on my portfolio, anyone can. No, I was terrified for that. But yeah, so like passion and creativity and enthusiasm
yeah,
is 90% of the job.
yeah, for sure.
So don't freak out about that if you can show that you're enthusiastic. Um,
Yeah,
that's a massive benefit.
yeah.
I've never, the only experience I'd ever had in film before this was in front of the camera. I'd never stepped behind. I could barely turn a camera on. So,
Yeah.
you know,
You got that
don't freak
sorted
out.
now, though, Jake?
Well,
Only took a year. I guess just to finish it up, can you tell us a bit what your plans are going to be for next year? I guess, Jada, do you want to go first?
So I will be doing the advanced course next year, which I'm very excited about. I'm hoping that I'll get to direct twice. We'll see. But yeah, I'm just really looking forward to exploring that side and seeing if it's something for me, especially, and something that I'm capable of. And just pushing myself out of my comfort zone, which this course has definitely already done. But let's do even more.
Yeah, yay, we get you for another year as well. Good. And Jake?
yeah, I plan on doing the same. I'm very looking forward to coming back next year and completing the advanced diploma. I'm hoping to direct more, push myself a little bit harder in that area as well. I think I sort of like held back a little bit this year because everything was so new. But I've had a wonderful year and I've learned a lot. So I'm really looking forward to diving in next year and getting some more opportunities to be creative and seeing what I can do. Also, really excited to explore the role of assistant director more, and hoping to get some more opportunities to develop my skills in that area as well.
Awesome. We get you both for another year then. That's exciting. We might have to reconvene same time next year and
Next year.
and compare the films year to year. That's all the questions I've got for you. I'll get Isaac to jump back on and wrap it up for us though.
Awesome. Thanks so much for that, guys. Before we wrap it up, I'm just going to quickly go through the AIE website for our audience here. Yeah, so this is the AIE website. It's just aie.edu.au. And you can find more about our courses here, specifically the filmmaking course as well, which is what these two students are doing at the moment. That's just this one here. And then if you want to tune into more live streams, under the showcase tab, if you click that, there we are. Yes, and we're at the top there, and then there's a huge repository of different people we've interviewed. So if you're ever curious about anything or want to know more about the different fields and stuff, this is definitely a great place to go to. You can even sort by category. So let's say film. There's a bunch there. And awesome. Normally I would plug some events as well, but we're wrapping up for the year with it being in December. But yeah, sweet. And then we're back here. Any parting thoughts or words from anyone before we say goodbye to chat?
No, just a big thank you to you both for joining. Yeah, go Jada.
I just on the advice, just kind of following up what Jake was kind of saying, but just don't let your perfectionism get in the way of creating or doing this course or just doing anything, because I think a lot of creatives let that perfectionism get in the way of even starting a project. So just definitely that for anyone considering doing the course.
Yeah, for sure. And it also comes back to that portfolio that we were talking about before. You know, doesn't have to be perfect. We teach you how to be perfect.
Awesome. Well, thanks again so much, guys, for that. I really appreciate it. It's been great having you two on board. Yeah, and that wraps us up for the night. So,
Thank you for
yes,
having us.
yeah,
Yes, thank you.
Perfect. Thanks,
all
guys.
good,
All right.
guys. Thank you,
Thanks,
and
Kate.
see
See
everyone
ya.
in chat.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.